Get that down you. That'll help. And hello, everybody. Welcome to. Sorry, let me get a bit closer to the microphone. Right, this is too far away. Sorry. Try again. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Or good morning, depending when you're listening.
Or good middle of the night.
Hello, listeners and viewers. Welcome to another episode of
Chat the Week.
Chat the Week with me, Stephen.
And with me, Henry.
It's always the two of us, just the same, isn't it?
Well, I
did
did
friends making a politics podcast.
I wondered one day
together.
whether we might be interviewing politicians ourselves.
Well, I think if they want to be, reaching out to the general public, as wide an audience as they can. And I think one thing I would pride ourselves on is we'd give everyone a fair hearing. There'd be no agenda here.
It wouldn't matter what party you were politically aligned with. We would have you on, and we'd chat with you, and that's it. Essentially, that's all we do. Chat
the week. So, how's Henry? I know you've had a bit of a struggle this week, haven't you? I don't want to go into all the gruesome details, but you've had a personal problem, haven't you?
I don't mind going into the details. I've got an ulcer on the side of my tongue. I've had it all week.
Horrible.
Can't get rid of it.
Have you been? Well, I was going to say, have you been medicating? I can see you've got your whiskey there, which is that going to be helpful?
This is my
think?
favourite whiskey, which is
yes.
A lot of people like quite old, but for me, this one's 3 years old. It's Tesco. I don't know if you're allowed to say that. Tesco's special
other
reserve.
Supermarkets are available.
It's actually blended, which I like.
Isn't that that's the special kind, isn't it?
It's oak aged, blended.
And have you been getting by with the ulcer? Has it been giving you trouble in the night? Stopped you doing anything?
Even now, I'm my main concern. I don't spend much of my week chatting unless I'm with you. But of course,
you've been resting it up.
I've been resting it, which is my default setting. But what I'm worried about is how it's going to survive half an hour of chatting about the world of politics.
Yes, well, that's very reasonable. If you need to take a break, have a lie down at any point on the sofa over there, and we can resume when you're feeling up to it. But
cheers.
Hopefully, you'll be able to soldier on, because there's important things to discuss.
Let's get into the week.
Yes, let's get stuck into it. So, well, there was only one story dominating the headlines. I don't know if you saw this, Henry, but there's been a ceasefire in the war in the Middle East, hasn't there? There's been it's been a very, very, very difficult couple of years on that front. Really horrible things have been going on, but it looked like maybe there's the beginning of light at the end of the tunnel on that front, and there's one man who's been taking the credit for it.
Is it Sakir Prime Minister?
No, it's not Sakir Prime Minister. That's a good guess. Do you want to have one more guess?
I'll try another. Is it? I'm trying to think.
Who would you trust with doing that? If you were doing that job and thinking, okay, I got to send someone in to sort this out, who might you send?
Well, I know exactly how I would send Sir John Major.
Oh yes, well,
but
a very underrated Prime Minister.
I liked him
in many ways.
I liked him.
And very handsome in his youth, apparently. Sir John.
Major Sir John.
Made ground control to
Major John.
Major John. Yes,
I wonder if he's ever known that.
I wonder if anyone's ever sung that to him. Maybe Norma Major singing that to him when he comes home from a hard day's work.
And he sings Norma Jean back to him. Her to her.
To her. Yes.
We'll edit that out. This doesn't feel overly topical.
You're quite right. Let's get
sort of chat the week from 4,000 weeks ago.
Yes, from 1993 or
quite a while ago.
So, well, you had a good stab. You gave two plausible
suggestions. Who was it?
Who's brokered this peace is Mr. President Trump.
Right.
of the United States of America.
President Trump. Yes.
So
wow, well done to him. I mean, that's
that's what we're going to be
challenge.
discussing. It is quite a challenge, and he's been the cock of the walk, just claiming the credit for him and for it. So what I was going to ask you is, Donald Trump, do you see him generally?
I've never met him.
No. I mean, it would be extraordinary if you had done. But do you see him as a force for good in the world, or not? Because he's a figure, a Marmite politician, isn't he? You love him or you hate him
because of the color of his skin.
Brown.
No. Sort of like if you were to smear Marmite on your person over the course of a few weeks, it would start to stain, a sort of tannin stain.
I suppose it would,
which I believe
more of a marmalade politician, isn't
Oh,
it?
yes, he is more like
quite
a marmalade.
Quite like orange.
Yes. Well, either way, I don't know. The truth is, with me and President Trump, I don't know much of his politics. I see him often. He's
everywhere, isn't he?
He's often chatting,
always on the airwaves.
I've listened to many
internet.
speeches from him, and I have absolutely no idea what he stands for.
Well, I mean, that's a very broad question, I suppose. In this context, what we might say is that he's taken a very different approach to foreign policy.
Right.
Than previous American presidents. He's not one for the softly approach. He seems to take the sort of bull in a china shop way of doing things. He bulldozes in there. He says, "I'm not happy with you. I'm not happy with you. Get your act together." And some people are saying it gets results, but he's not afraid to break a few eggs to make an omelette. That's for sure.
What a lovely analogy.
Oh, thanks.
That was wonderful.
Yes,
what did you say, sorry? He's not afraid.
To break a few eggs to make an omelette. You've not heard that phrase before? I
No.
can't claim credit.
Oh, you can't? Oh, I thought you'd made that up.
No, I wish
That's
I
a
had.
shame because it makes total sense because you couldn't possibly.
Well,
unless you were to peel it. No.
If you were to, I suppose it's whether you class peeling an egg as breaking it. I suppose you could.
But you'd have to have it hard-boiled first, and then you wouldn't be able to scramble it for the omelette.
Not necessarily. I suppose you could, if you were very careful or had some tools, you could peel the shell away from the membrane, and.
Oh, do you know? I'd love to hold an egg in its membrane with no. I would love to do that.
Would you?
Cup it in my hand like that.
Unless you were to go through that process of peeling the membrane and the egg shell away from each other, and then you put them in the pan and you scramble them up. You can't make an omelette without breaking.
No. You certainly can't make a regular omelette without.
No,
in the regular way.
Strange choice to make it like that. You'd have to be trying to make a point.
I've forgotten why you were saying that.
I can't.
Oh, because of Donald President Trump.
That's right.
Now, the interesting thing is that what you said before was that he was celebrated, you said, by everyone.
Well, there was a whole... Yes, there were people queuing up. There was the...
Who was in the queue?
The Prime Minister of the UK was there.
Sakir Prime Minister was there.
Prime Minister was there. The President of France, Emmanuel Macron. Italy... Mr. Canada was there, the Prime Minister of Canada, the Turkish Prime Minister, they were all there. There's dozens.
It sounds like a who's who of who
it really was.
World politics.
And they were all very, very keen to make a point of going, well done, Mr. Trump. It almost feels like they're sort of treating him like a toddler sometimes. Like they're queuing up to say, oh, well, when a child does something really... really kind of average, unimpressive. A child will go, look at me.
Or does a painting.
Yes, or a somersault. And they do it and they show you have to look and say, oh, yes, go on, let's have a look. And they do the somersault and it's really just, look, it's a mess. A
roly-poly.
The legs are bent all over, skew with different angles. There's no technique there, really. I mean, you or I could do far better. But you have to sort of go, You have to humour the child, don't you? In that situation, you go, "Oh yeah, brilliant, well done."
No, you do.
Well, lots of people say that's what they're doing with Mr. Trump because he'll get cross if you don't tell him well done for buckling his shoes or dressing himself in the morning. Do you think that's a good state of affairs for the world to be in, where you've got all these?
Well, no, you don't want to bring it back to the egg analogy. You don't want to be treading on eggshells when you're dealing with global affairs. Sorry.
What's happening over there?
Strange noise.
Oh, goodness.
I think there might have been some air escaping.
Escaping from where?
From the whiskey bottle. Not from me.
Fine. So, is he a force for good in the world? You're saying, well, maybe if he's got this peace. Or is he a bully? Is he a bully if he's making everyone feel like this? Did you see early in the year, he may not have done. He had a big row with the president of Ukraine in the White House
because he didn't wear a suit.
He didn't wear a suit.
No, I was with him on that. I think.
Oh, were you really?
Well, you've got to wear a suit. If you're running a country, you've got to wear a suit. Or if you're a lady, you could wear a trouser suit or a pencil skirt. If I was going to the White House,
what would you wear? Would you wear what you're wearing now?
Well, I'd be wearing a vest underneath, as you know, as I'm never not wearing a vest.
No,
but
it's a staple, isn't it?
It
the
is
first thing you put on in the morning, you told me.
Yeah, I don't feel dressed without, some people say they're not fully dressed without a smile. I'm never fully dressed without a vest. But I would wear a suit over the top of it. And
what colour do you think you'd go for?
Maroon.
A maroon suit?
A maroon suit, yes.
To meet the president of the...
Yeah, it's stately, yet a little jazzy.
Yes, that's really nice, actually. My father, when I was growing up, he had a lovely maroon Volvo that he got second hand, and it was a beautiful deep plum sort of maroony colour.
That's lovely.
Really
burgundy.
Yeah, exactly, burgundy. It was
brings to mind the Beaujolais grape.
Well, indeed, yes. It was stunning. You felt really classy when you were driving around, and in the back of that, being ferried around. I thought, wow, this is fit for a king. It
is a very regal colour.
This was something, I don't know if you saw it. He came a few weeks ago, didn't he, Mr. Donald Trump, for a state visit to the UK,
to Scotland.
Well, I think it was to Windsor and London. In fact, did you see that?
No, I
didn't.
Had
dinner with the king.
Oh, did he with King Philip?
Oh, King Charles.
King Charles. Sorry, I always get them muddled up.
All right, it's an easy mistake to make.
And to Windsor.
He went to Windsor.
Did they go to Legoland?
Oh,
have you been?
Oh, many years ago.
I went not that long ago, and
why were you there?
I went with my cousin.
Okay,
my cousin Minnie. He was over, and
just the two of you.
No, with the children.
Oh,
the children wanted to go. But what I was absolutely taken with that I wasn't expecting, and I don't know why, because it's in the title. Everything, and I mean everything, is made of Lego, and
is it really?
Absolutely blew my mind.
Surely not everything. I mean,
not everything,
but the urinal, for example. I don't think that would be a sensible idea to have made of Lego.
I'm trying to think. I can't remember.
The water would be, when it was flushing, it would be leaking.
No,
out
I suppose
the bricks.
not. I can't remember having
let
the wee.
alone the sort of the sit-down toilet. Imagine that made of Lego. Oh gosh!
Do you know? We were there for the whole day, and I can't remember whether I had a wee or a poo at any point.
Right. I mean,
I have no memory of that. It's quite scary.
Yes, you usually like to keep track of your sort of movements.
Well, I could check, but it'd be in an old diary.
So you don't remember that, so we can't answer the question of whether or not the toilets at Legoland are made of Lego. But
no, we can't.
Neither can we definitively answer whether King Charles and Donald Trump went to Legoland. I suspect they wouldn't have had time, but maybe, as we're saying, Donald Trump, he does have this toddler-like streak in him. You could imagine him wanting to whiz round on the Lego teacups or the roller coasters.
I don't think anyone is too old for Legoland.
Well,
unless the person was maybe 100 years old.
I'm thinking if you had a seriously decrepit person,
if they really were like, very, very
100 and 110, 120 years old.
Like an old Japanese lady she's got to get over from Japan in the first place.
So, moving on from that, I don't know.
Yes.
We got somewhat sidetracked, but so Donald Trump, as we were saying, he came. He had a state visit. He had dinner with the king. We do know that for sure. They cooked him a lovely special banquet, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know something about Donald Trump, though?
No.
Well, not only is he teetotal, he doesn't drink alcohol, but the only meal he likes to eat. Do you want to guess?
I'd love to. Right.
What do you think his favourite meal is? Because he did eat this. There was footage of him at the banquet eating fancy food with the king, but lots of people were saying he's probably choking that back because he'll be thinking about what he'd rather be eating, which is
an omelette.
No, that's not right. Do you want to guess again?
I was hoping.
I see why you.
I was hoping it would be egg based or hoisin steak with fried rice.
No, you're wrong. It's McDonald's.
Is it really?
He loves McDonald's, which is very American of him, isn't it?
Yes,
really?
We have lots of them here. I like.
He could have gone to the McDonald's with the king.
I like McDonald's myself.
What? It's a bit of a naughty treat, isn't it? There's not much greenery going on there. You're not getting much in the way of vegetables, are you? Or it's a bit of a beige.
You do get a bit of lettuce and a gherkin.
Well, that's true. I did hear that, iceberg lettuce, I believe it is, they put in those burgers. You know, if you were to feed a rabbit only iceberg lettuce,
yes,
it would die.
Why?
Because there's so little nutrition in it, Henry.
Is that true?
Yeah. So if
maybe I feel like I maybe have fed rabbits only iceberg lettuce.
Well, it's okay as long as they were. It's fine to feed it to them. It's not going to do them any harm.
Thinking back to all of the rabbits I've had over the years, which is 3, they're all dead.
And I sort of loath to go down this path, but can you remember? Rack your brains. What did you feed them?
Lettuce, mostly lettuce.
Right. And how old did they tend to be when they passed away?
6 or 7 months.
I do remember you had that period where you had all those rabbits. In fact, there was a revolving door of rabbits, and I didn't question it at the time.
It's terrible, really, to think about it, because it was because Pets at Home, obviously, they took over Hobbycraft.
Of course, yes, we all remember. And there was that incident with the tortoise getting into the Women's Institute.
So, when Pets at Home first arrived, as you know, I used to call it the pet zoo, and I used to go there most days because it was on my route to the moon of the water, and I just have a look at the animals.
It's a lovely activity to do, isn't it? I like doing that. I
love doing it, and there's a little area that's called the adoption centre.
No.
And what I would do, I would go. I didn't every time I went there. I said, right, I'm not leaving with any animals, but if there was one there, especially if they had a sweet name, I could very easily just say, I'll take this guinea pig, I'll take this rabbit, I'll take this chinchilla, I'll take this Syrian hamster, and I would take them home, and they'd live with me for a few months before they died.
Did they ever ask you in the shop, because they must have got to know you over that period, did they ever say, well, where are you putting all these animals? No,
they just said thank you every single time. They were so effusive of praise.
Happy to have them off their hands.
And obviously I assumed that these animals were all on end-of-life days because they were in the adoption centre, even if they were small.
And that's why they were not living as long as you.
But now I'm starting to wonder whether it was because I fed them all lots of lettuce.
And nothing else. McDonald's, maybe.
No.
Filet-o fish.
No, now you're being silly. I think I used to feed them lettuce and sometimes some leaves from the garden.
Yeah, well, that was probably more nutritious for them. Unless
there were poisonous leaves, which I wouldn't. Of course, now I would look on I've got a phone, which would tell me these things.
Yeah, but we didn't have those things during this era where you had
5 or 6 years ago. I didn't have that. No,
I don't think if you were feeding leaves in the garden, it wouldn't be good for a cat, for example. I don't think that would be a good diet for.
No, I'm allergic to cats. So there's no worries there.
You're no fan of the feline species.
No, I fucking hate them.
Oh,
sorry. I really don't like cats.
We can take that bit out. I know your feelings about them. All right, well, we have gone down a bit of a rabbit hole.
Oh, like a bull in a Chinese egg shop.
So the last things I was going to say, just returning to the subject of Mr. Trump and whether or not he's a force for good, is he a bully, is this a healthy state of affairs? I'll just read you a couple of things that he said over the years. Do you remember when the first time he was president, because you know this is time number 2 we're on at the moment.
No, I didn't. I did not know that.
You don't remember Joe Biden? We had him for a few years in between.
Do you know, I totally
Do you remember Joe Biden?
A lovely old gentleman, very quietly, mildly spoken.
Yes, well, I mean, very different temperament to President Trump, for
No,
sure.
I mean, you wouldn't want him going to Legoland, would you?
No, I mean, he in fact would be possibly one of those people who you really wouldn't want to risk in that environment. Too old, too feeble.
No.
Imagine,
I feel like his hip had come out on the teacups.
Yeah, Joe Biden spinning round, huge velocity on those Lego teacups.
Oh, I feel like he wouldn't
defecating,
stay together.
Urinating.
Oh, no.
You know, children screaming, that sort of thing. I mean, he probably would be having a nice time. I don't know. He might not be aware of his bodily functions.
It's not nice.
Well, no.
So, sorry, what was your point?
Well, the point was, so the first time Mr. Trump was president, he had a bit of a ding-dong with the leader of North Korea, forced him to come to the negotiating table, and they did. They'd been at loggerheads saying nasty things about each other in the press.
Right.
And he also then said, in a tweet, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un just stated that the nuclear button is on his desk at all times.
Oh,
I
no.
can't believe you don't remember this.
No,
he said,
is this week?
No, this is a few years ago now.
Oh,
They did straighten
this
things
would be a
out.
nightmare when we
but
sort
this is
out the
what
Middle East and then we have to immediately deal with that.
Immediately go and bomb North Korea. He
Oh,
said,
gosh.
will someone from his depleted and food-starved regime please inform him that I too have a nuclear button, but it is a much bigger and more powerful one than his, and my button works.
Wow. Now it sounds like he's talking about his penis.
I suppose it does. It is a little bit,
Phallic.
it's a little bit willy-waving, isn't it? That sort
very
of
much so.
behaviour, which generally we don't approve of in politicians. I don't
horrible.
think either of us. It's not an attractive
So
quality.
John Major would never have waved his willy
Unless
William.
it was
unless it was with Edwina Curry.
Yeah.
And that was his big problem.
yeah,
Too much willy waving.
too much willy-waving in Edwina Curry's direction. Face. Well, I think we've done quite enough time on Mr. President.
Oh,
Trump.
let's move on. I'm finding him quite boring.
Boring but effective, perhaps.
Yeah, well, exactly.
He's got a breakthrough in the Middle East, and who are we to judge? Is that really the conclusion we're coming to? Pat him on the back.
On you go.
All's fair in love and war.
Especially love and peace.
So, now, we are going to come to our culture section now, and I'll hand over the reins to you.
So this is where you were mentioning about...
You were talking earlier about
the celebrity traitors.
Charlotte Church, weren't you? You were very
Charlotte
excited,
Church.
getting your pulses racing, thinking about that programme you've been watching her on.
Look at this. My watch keeps doing
What's
this.
happening?
It says, time to get moving.
Oh, have you got somewhere to be?
No, I can click not now.
You're not-
I've done this.
Got that thing with your boiler that you had to sort out this evening?
No.
You wanna time-
This is to do with my own plumbing, as it were. It's
Right.
because of my...
Do we need to hear about this? Maybe. Oh, maybe.
No,
it's relevant.
maybe
no,
not.
No,
Maybe
go,
not.
No, go on. It might be.
Because of my IBS, I've been told that I should keep moving about, and that's why I bought this watch. I bought it a few months ago.
Oh, so it buzzes when you need to.
When I need to get up and about and do a bit of activity.
And what does that do? How does that
Moves
help?
my bowels.
Shakes it all.
Just sort of, So, the
Charlotte
Charlotte Church, the celebrity traitors, and it's not just Charlotte Church, although she is absolutely wonderful. There's also Sir Stephen Fry.
Yes.
Dame Claire Balding.
Oh.
Have you watched any of it yet?
Yes. I mean, I watched the first episode.
Oh, I've not quite got through the first episode yet.
Oh, really? I thought that's what you were telling me to watch.
Well, yes, but it takes me a long time to watch an episode.
Do you want to explain what the program is?
The premise is that you have traitors and faithfuls, and the faithfuls are trying to find out who the traitors are.
It's like a game, isn't
It's a
it?
game.
They're all
It's a
playing
game.
it
It's like a big board game played in a big
castle
manor.
on TV.
Lovely Scottish castle. Now, what happens is Claudia Winklewoman. Claudia Winkleman.
Sorry?
Claudia Winkleman. We'll edit this. Claudia Winkleman. Claudia Winkleman, who's a lovely lady with brilliant hair.
Is she the one who was presenting?
She was the presenter.
Introducing at the
Very
beginning?
confusing because there's Jonathan Ross who's a presenter, there's Stephen Fry who's a presenter, there's Claire
there was all
Balding,
these
there's lots of
people
presenters
popping up, and I thought, what are you all doing?
well, that's the nature of it. It's celebrity traitors.
Who's catching your eye so far?
Well, I've whittled it down.
Who do you like? Who are you suspicious of?
I don't want this to be any spoilers. I've whittled it down to a short list of 12 who I think may be the current traitors. But I've got a few that I've got. I mean, the most obvious one, unfortunately, is Charlotte Church. And I absolutely love her, but I'm telling you right now,
gosh,
she would make a perfect traitor.
Do you
I'm
think?
certain.
I can't. I mean, I've watched the first episode.
So you know who it is.
Well, I do, but I was struggling to make head of tail of what was going on, really. It's not a... It's cards on the table.
There's no cards.
No, sorry, it's a different... I know, different sort of game. I'm trying to keep an open mind, but for me it seems like a program which is... They're all based on deceit and deceiving one another, and I just think that's horrible, really. It's not a quality I like in a person. And as you say, Charlotte Church, imagine becoming, best friends, bosom pals with her. And
I've thought about that.
And then, she stabs you in the back, for example, a few weeks later. Or imagine getting shafted by Stephen Fry. Just sort of, you think, oh, he's on, he's
without even knowing.
In the middle of the night, up in the turret.
Right up the turret. Yes, gosh.
Imagine that, and you think, I trusted you, and you've...
I don't... It's funny, because I play along, but I don't ever imagine myself being in the castle with them.
Do you not? Oh, that's all I could think about.
Being up in the turret with Tom Daly and Stephen Fry. Yeah. No, it's quite a scary thought.
Yeah, sort of bursting in on Claire Balding and Celia Imrie having a private moment in the
They may be discussing another book, or I
talking about the horse racing.
I actually played cricket with Celia Imrie's son.
Did you really? Was he any good?
He's not a bad bowler.
I was going to say runs in the family, but she's not a cricketer, is she?
No, she hates it.
So, well, what a week it's been.
My ulcer feels like it's gone down. Maybe I needed to chat more.
Wow,
that's quite a good lesson to us all. Maybe we should all chat more. And your ulcers will go down.
Who needs Bond Jello, eh? When you've got
Bond friends.
Perfect. So, all that remains to be said is, I suppose, for another week, goodbye from me, Stephen.
And goodbye from me, Henry. And all that remains to say...
Sorry. Say it again, why not?
Is... Keep chatting. The week. That was bloody good.
I'd love to go to Legoland again.